How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to the daily diaries of an average futures trader, where essentially my goal is to give you my thoughts in less than 5 minutes. So right now it's about 1:15, and the U.S. market closed 15 minutes ago. And today, as you know, is FOMC day, and the end of the meeting ended today with basically Jerome Powell speaking. And if you've been following it, you can see markets like dropped a lot, from being up 1% to being down close to negative one. Let me get that chart better. Yeah, being down to negative 1.6%. It was quite a reverse there. But basically, what happened has, again, these are my thoughts, right? The market was pricing in the 25 basis point increase, which we were all expecting. And then basically one of the comments that came is that they expect only one more increase after this. But there were some languages that Jerome Powell spoke towards the end, which I'm assuming is what's rattling the market. Things like this, where most people read just headlines, right, as opposed to reading the top, where the conditions that happened at SVB's collapse is now going to cause a lot of tightening that could slow the economy a bit more. And when things of that nature is read from the headlines, not sure if the big money does this and just react from that, but I'm sure a lot of retail traders will sometimes react based on the headlines as opposed to reading the entire article. But what I wanted to go through today is just the mindset of trading the FOMC day. And I myself traded it for maybe a few seconds, and I was like, you know what, I don't need the stress. It was best to just watch it stress free and see how it was going. But before we get to that, I am happy to say that for today, we were able to pull off a profit of $1,100. That's before commissions and fees, so that's on the YM. And what I wanted to focus on here is on what it looks like when FOMC occurs. So you see the volumes here with the blue histograms. That's when more or less the US market opened pretty much flat. And essentially when the report came out at 10 o'clock Pacific time, or was it, no, let me take that back. When the report came out at 11 o'clock Pacific time, and Jerome Powell was scheduled to speak at 11:30 Pacific time, you can see that there are already a lot of action that occurred here. So basically what occurred here when I did that initial trade is right when the report occurred, big pump up, and I decided to short a little bit, from 8:51 to 8:13. And I'm gonna bring the calculator here just to calculate how that trade went. So basically shorted at 32,851, covered at 32,813. So that was 38 points. Since I was trading just one E-mini, multiply that by 5, because 1 point for every 1 point is $5. So that quick trade there, which probably took a few seconds, got me $190 before its commissions and fees. But what I wanted to point out is this candle right here. This is right when Jerome Powell started speaking, and you can see that this had a range. A range means from the top to the bottom of that wick. That's a range of 184 points. So if you were trading one E-mini, that's $1,840 up and down that you'd had to do. So it's amazing seeing the volatility here, where you can see it reach a top of 32,994, and then after conference ended, Dow was down 500 points from the previous close. But in reality, from 32,994 to a low here of about 32,233, that's about 750 points, from doing the math right, delta right there. And I always say that FOMC days are days where you can really either make your account or break your account. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying you'll ever time the top or the bottom, but let's just say that was a 700 point range. Let's just say average, with the bell curve, 400 points or so. If you had one E-mini or two E-minis, that would be around $4,000 you could have made. But anyway, I just wanted to focus on the fact that we were able to get out today. thankfully with $1,100. A lot of that was really from the short that I did yesterday. So if you check out the content I had previously, I'll try to put a link above. I held a short overnight. It was a bit of a bad entry last night, but it was showing me signs that I needed to hold on. And what was great about that one is essentially, oops, that's not working as well as I wanted to. So basically with that one, I'll zoom into that trade. So the white line was my average from yesterday, and then I was underwater a lot, but I was adamant and sticking through it, and I was able to exit finally, and that's where most of our profit was for today. But yep, that's our little content, and hopefully FOMC didn't mess up your account. I know I've seen myself way too many times where I broke my account on FOMC, but today was quite priceless to just watch and pretty much not so much enjoy, but like the mental health only can take so much. So it was good to not be in any open trades. All right, that's my thoughts on the daily diaries of average futures trader. Hopefully I see you on the future content, and please do, if you like what you see, give me a like or subscribe, and if you don't, give me another chance, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. All right, have a good one.